Thank you. A nightmare for neighbors living in the small town of Quartzsite.
A man goes on a bizarre rampage, setting houses on fire, and then gets into a shootout with police and DPS. ABC 15's Justin Pizzera in Quartzsite with the surprising details.
This is where it all ended. We are just off of I-10 in Quartzsite. We counted at least 40 evidence markers in this gravel right here. This is where the suspect got into a shootout with DPS and cops. It all ended right in that field over there. You can see the suspect's truck getting loaded up on the back of that flatbed after a violent night.
It's a lot of stress.
Joe Rudy has lived next door to the suspect for several years. They haven't been on the friendliest of terms.
I couldn't even come out of the house and feel comfortable after he moved in. You couldn't do nothing. He was always looking around the corners and stuff, weird stuff.
But last night things were taken to a whole new level. Neighbors say the suspect torched his own home before going up the block and setting fire to another home.
I lifted the curtains back and it was solid flames, and I just said, oh my God, and I left my wallet and phone and everything.
The fire so big, it caught Joe's house on fire. It's also a total loss.
I didn't know he was going to do anything like that, like burn his own place down.
It wasn't long, though, before DPS and Quartzsite police caught up to the suspect here, just off of I-10. It was an all-out gunfight, shell casings everywhere. One officer was shot. He was pulled to safety. Another officer applying a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. The suspect's vehicle not far. It was loaded with rifles, a handgun, and more ammunition. He was able to use the brick wall and his vehicle for cover. Eventually, the suspect was shot by DPS. He died on the scene. At this point, it's not clear why the man turned to such violence. In Quartzsite, Justin Pizzera, ABC 15, Arizona.